Bro, if you let me know.
Yo, what's up, man? This is episode 4 of season 2, Can't Be in the Sand, Fran. I'm one half of your host, Reef Ledger.
And it's no joke. I'm here.
No joke to grow, man. We gotta tune in, man. We took a little break, man. You know, we've been a little scattered this season, so we want to apologize in advance to the people. We promise to be back more consistently. The end of the summer is a little bit rough for us, and you know we both got our own businesses and things that we trying to accomplish with little ones as well at the same time. So, yeah, man. How you feeling, man? Let's do a quick check-in before we get to the madness.
And I'm all right, man. I'm all right. I thought I'd be happier around this time. what from the roster we had, but personally, everything's good, man. Little man, fine. He grown up quick. 10 months. Yeah, man. Life is good. Life is good.
That's good to hear. All is well with me, man. Just left Virginia State homecoming, Virginia State University homecoming. It was crazy. Great time. Great to see everybody. I want to say rest in peace to my brother Donald Butler Jr., a.k.a. Juno, who passed away tragically, leaving back from Virginia State University. Prayers and condolences go out to his family and closest friends.
Condolences to you, my brother.
And thank you, I appreciate that. And you keep sending the wrong link out, so you got people still joining. They walking in the studio.
Well, I said the right one. I thought, man.
They in the studio they pop it in and pop it out. So I'm guessing they get. Right? Yeah, that's the one. I'm guessing that they getting it now because they jump in the studio and out the studio. You can send it an update.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Well, so let's actually get right into it, man. Score overview, man. San Francisco 49ers 18. The Chiefs 28 points. Another loss at the hands of Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. I just want to jump right into it, man. Pause. No joke. Give me the good and the bad and the ugly for the game for you.
Was there any good? Man, I just don't know, man. It's hard. It's hard every week for me to in these losses. It's hard for me to come up with something good. Bro, we suck. And you told me last year. I believe at the end of the season, you said we won't be back. You told me that, and I can't get those words out of my head, bro. You told me that you was like, man, we gonna suck, and I battled you up here. I said, bro, we gonna be back, but I just, man, it was a horrible. To me, it was a horrible loss. I know Hill's looking, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it, Hill. Purdy might not be elite, man. hey, Purdy might not be elite, man. I don't know. I don't know what he was doing. And now what I'm seeing, and I'm gonna go into the back because I didn't see anything good. If I'm gonna hang my hat on something good, it's always gonna be Fred. I know Fred is gonna play hard every game. He plays hard every game. I'll say Fred was the good. I always say Fred is the good, but man, Purdy was awful. He was awful. Like he was awful. He was awful. The offense was awful. We need an offensive coordinator, bro. If we're gonna keep Kyle, I know Reed. I know you like Kyle, but we need to hire an offensive coordinator. Kyle got too much on his shoulders right now. The offense was horrible, bro. It was horrible. The offense was horrible. Y'all talk about the great mind he is and all this other stuff. Cal, bro, I'm done with Cal right now. If we're gonna keep him, bring an offensive coordinator in. Also, our defense is, oh my, you talked about the secondary. Every week you talked about the secondary, even going from last year. You hated the Ricky pick, and I'm starting to hate it too. I was in a 3-man weave group, embarrassing myself, going off and saying Ricky was the next big thing. He's nowhere near the next big thing. He's nowhere near. But bro, it was hard to watch. No separation with the receivers. Debo's sick. Brandon Ayuk, oh, that was ugly. We just paid him $30 million. He's out for the year. Man, it's panic mode in San Francisco. It's panic mode, bro.
Listen, the people that are tuning in, do you hear your man? Do y'all hear no joke in the growth?
It's panic mode. Like I'm in panic mode. I'm disgusted. I really don't have anything good to say, bro. I have not. Maybe CMC comes back and saves us, but his Achilles is broken up. Man, I just don't know. I don't know, bro. Like, and for me, it was 95% bad. I'll give Fred Warner. Fred Warner comes to play. He seems like he was hurt after the loss, wants to bounce back. But the good thing is, some say the good thing is we play Dallas. But man, I don't know. I'm usually confident going into that. I know we'll get to that later, but I'll let you go, bro.
Everybody listening, did y'all hear No Joke the Growth just now? He's in full out panic mode. This is just a FYI, everybody that doesn't know him. This is him after every loss, every losing streak, everything. He goes fully no joke, off the ledge. I'll start with some good in the game. The good was that we played some of the worst football ever in the first quarter, and we still were in a close game. So we were in a close game actually up to like the third quarter, fourth quarter, I believe. The game wasn't that far beyond. But our games are normally always tight with the Chiefs anyway. So that's good. The players for the most part overall defensively at first initially they came to play a little bit, and then they ended up being on the field a lot more often than not because of constant 3-and-outs, constant turnovers, and then the defense began to wear down. The bad was Brock Purdy. 3 turnovers, bro, 3 picks, 1 in the end zone, like all driving down the field, and damn near all of them were on him except for one where the ball got tipped. But even if it wasn't tipped, it was going to be intercepted. Like it was just a horrible pass. He just played bad, really bad. You know what I'm saying? And I have to give the hats off to Spags, great defensive coordinator. Kansas City also has the best defense in the league. Like, so let's not sugarcoat that and act like that's not a fact. You know what I'm saying? Them dudes cover. They have the best, if not the best, the top 2 defensive tackles in the league, and Chris Jones on that side of the ball. A lot of people that play complimentary football. So them boys were the defense came to play, man. And but Brock Purdy just turned the ball over too much. You can't win when you're losing a turnover battle. We said that the last time. You're losing a turnover battle, you're more often than not going to win the game unless you're Patrick Mahomes. Like you have to be an elite specimen at quarterback to win the games where you lose a turnover battle. And there's only like maybe 2 or 3 of them who could do that. And I don't even think Lamar is one of them that could do that. I probably put Burrow, Josh Allen, and Mahomes. Those 3 I probably think could do it. The ugliest is fucking special teams. Terrible. Like, I'm sick. Whoever the coordinator is, gotta go. They gotta go. They brought in other punters to light a fire under Wichowski. So they got to do something, man. Every time he kicked the ball, looked like it's gonna be blocked. Every time. I don't know what he doing. I don't know what they doing on the kickoffs. I don't know what they doing on punt returns. You see guys falling all over the place. They getting chunk yards. Get rid of them all, bro. Bring in people that could cover, that could go down the field and tackle. I don't know what they got to do. They got to fix that shit immediately. Probably can't get fixed this year. Fire the special teams coordinator, and I'm good with Shanahan. That was ugly for me, man. And I want to move on to something that I told you about at the end of last season. This is a major pause, by the way. But this right here, Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes, they are pops, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is. I told you at the end of the Super Bowl, I never want to see these guys again. I don't want to see them on the field, bro. I just don't. Kyle Shanahan cannot be Andy Reid. Cannot be Patrick. Not Andy Reid as long as he got Patrick Mahomes. Can't beat him. I don't want to see Patrick Mahomes at all, yo. I don't want to see him. This is the thing, right? And we spoke about this before at the end of last season, how hard it is, how much it wears on your body to make it to the Super Bowl and then play at a high level next year. A lot of our players are just now rounding out into form from last year. And now you see a lot of our players injured. The same thing with the Chiefs. Their starting running back is gone. Pacheco's out. He might come back for the playoffs. Rashid Rice out for the year. You know what I'm saying? They just lost Watson as well. They just lost their who's Watson? The cornerback or their safety? I forget what was it. He's the safety. Oh man, I don't remember. Man. Secondary. They just lost Watson. He's out for a significant amount of time as well. So they have injuries just like us. They just have an elite defensive coordinator, an elite quarterback, and one of the greatest coaches of all time. I mean, it's something you can't argue with. They literally have the same injuries and struggles that we do. And they own us. Kyle Shanahan, when it comes to Andy Reid and Spags, he has your number. When whatever he's doing, he has to think outside the box when playing and moving forward. He got to, bro. That's the only way we're going to be able to win. I personally don't want to see him. Kyle Shanahan's record against the top elite quarterbacks, Lamar, Josh Allen, and Mahomes, I believe he's winless. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't think he's beaten any of them since he's been a head coach. And to my knowledge, I don't remember us beating them. I remember all of them killing us. Mm-hmm. Except for Mahomes. Those were always tight games, but we just always lost. So, but I do think we could beat the Ravens and the Bills. If we'd have played them in the Super Bowl, I think we would beat them. But just as far as the that's concerned. But I mean, do you want to? This is really my topic, and then I'm going to yours. But if you want to say something on that, I mean, I know you got a hot take.
I agree with everything you said, man. Like you said, Spags just it's like you got blitzes from everywhere. Purdy don't know where they coming from, man. You got blitzes from everywhere, man, and the receivers are clamped, like clamped. I think the only one I saw somebody was open was the one with Ayuk dropped. I think it fell in Ayuk hands and he dropped it. And but other than that, man, I agree, bro. I don't want to see Andy Reid. I don't want to see Spags. Retire. Why retire, man? Please, man, get out of the league. But look, we got to deal with Mahomes probably for another 10 years, bro. Like another 10 years. Bro, they might win. Bro, if they keep playing like that, bro, and don't let me get on. Yeah,
bro, it's tough. It's tough because when you sit back and you look at the totality, our teams are very similar in like injuries and like what we're going through in the middle of the season. They win the games though. You know what I'm saying? Like they've consistently won the games.
Yeah.
So that's like, and we're consistently losing. Like this game, I told you we were going to lose the game. I knew we were going to lose the game. I knew we were going to lose this game. We already came out the game we didn't even have Jennings to start. Then Debo didn't even play. I think he might have played one snap.
One series, one snap or one series he might have played.
And so we were already missing them. Then when Ayuk went out, I'm like, oh, it's over. I already knew we was going to lose the game anyway. Mm-hmm. So it's a little tough when you're coming from that aspect, and we don't have our best player, which is Christian McCaffrey. I pretty much knew we were going to lose the game. Listen, man, I'm gonna pass the baton to you on this one, man.
Hey, man, I said it earlier, man, and I went on a spree last year, and I told y'all, I said Purdy was elite, the 7th round pick, the next coming of goddamn Tom Brady. I lied to y'all, folks. I fucking lied. Excuse my language. I lied. Purdy is not that. He's not the next Tom Brady. Can Purdy be a good quarterback? And Reef, I'm gonna go back to last year. You told me he could be good, right system guy. He wasn't elite. He showed me last week that I don't know if he can make the big time throws. Under pressure, a lot of balls, a tip. Like I'm starting to see it every week now. Like every week he's getting they knocking the ball down, and I'm like, Brock, what are you doing? Is he reading the defenses like he should be reading the defense? I don't know. I don't know what he's looking. The last pick, it might have been we were in the red zone and he threw that one. Did you? I don't know where he was throwing to. I just don't know what he's doing right now. I don't know if it's a disconnect between those two, Cal and Purdy. I don't know, but we need to figure it out. Purdy needs to figure it out, or we need to be getting ready to draft a quarterback in the next. And I hate to jump the gun, but if you keep playing like that, we back to square one. Get all the motherfuckers out, and we need to rebuild. And that's what it would take, bro. Because if you look at it, and I think I told you and Joe last year about firing Cal. And the reason why I said fire Cal, because I just don't think he's going to win a Super Bowl with us. I just don't think. Now, possibly he can, but, bro, I don't think he's going to win the Super Bowl with us. I think we're looking at an Andy Reid type situation when he was with Philly, and then he goes somewhere else. You're right. When you say they're going to hire Cal, he'll be hired immediately. But I don't think he wins a Super Bowl with us, and I want him on the hot seat. I want everybody on the hot seat except for Ed Warner. Everybody's on the hot seat, man. Nobody's safe. Nobody is safe. Who's playing good right now? So everybody should be scared. Everybody should be worried because we have the highest payroll, one of the highest payrolls in the NFL. And it's no way, bro, we should be playing like that. It's no way.
Bro, they're all injured. That's the thing. I mean, I told you this year was going to be tough to make it back, only because this was like the most healthiest we've ever. Last year was the most healthiest we've ever been. And it's tough when your best player is not there. McCaffrey's not there. You're going to see a lot of cracks in the armor. So, I mean, I'm glad that you off the fact that Brock Purdy's not elite, but I think that this will help Brock Purdy become a better quarterback, though, because he's not going to have them people that he's comfortable throwing to. And it will help him adjust to having like regular receivers out there and being able to work on timing and things like that with them as well. So that when his weapons do come back, he's even that more dangerous with spreading the ball around the field. I think he could be a very good quarterback. I don't see really great, but I think he could be a very good quarterback, top 10 quarterback. Never in amongst the elite, but like I could see him in the Kirk Cousins range, Dak Prescott kind of range. Never elite, but just always like one of the tops. Do some bonehead interceptions that make you look like, yo, what are you doing? Yeah. You know, I think he has better awareness than most of them, though, as it relates to just passing and getting out of protection. Sometimes it's to his detriment because he runs around in circles and he can just run straight, like run instead of trying to run to look to pass. But I think he could be okay, man. I think that the main thing that we need to focus on is getting O-line help, like really drafting O-line. I mean, and that's something I want to go to next is more injuries. As you know, Brandon Ayuk is out for the season. He's probably out for the first 6 weeks of next season too. Just to be transparent, with torn MCL and ACL ligaments in his knee, it's going to be a long recovery. If you guys don't know, Nick Chubb had similar things, but Nick Chubb had to get surgery again because it didn't take to the first surgery. So, and Nick Chubb just came back, and this is week 7. So Brandon Ayuk is looking at a long way to come back, a long return to come back. Nick Chubb is also a little bit older than Ayuk, if I'm not mistaken. But as you know, Debo also went out. He was hospitalized with pneumonia. Huff is out. As we know, there's no timetable for return on Greenlaw yet or C-Mac yet. I don't think C-Mac's going to play. I told you that before. I don't think he's going to play this year. Maybe week 12, if we're look like we're going to the playoffs. I don't think he's going to play, though. But you're on your end. Who do you think has to step up with all these injuries?
Pretty Ricky. We drafted him in the first round. I need to see more. I know he got shot. I know his first game back, but against Dallas, he's going to get all the snaps. I think he played almost every snap last game. Couldn't get separation. He looks cool. He looks real cool in practice. I don't know if you see him in practice. He's running them routes, them feet moving. I'm like, oh man, this dude is, but he couldn't get open worth shit versus Kansas City. Mike got one pass thrown his way. And not the 3 passes thrown his way. My bad, but not to be so hard on the young kid. But you was a first rounder, bro. I don't need who was it? Dante Pettis. We got high in the second round a couple of years. I don't need Dante Pettis numbers. I need you to come in here and do what you need to do. Somebody in the secondary needs to step up. Our safeties are not. They're not hitting on like I thought they would be doing. Like, our safeties. I think our safeties need. I don't know, bro. Our secondary is just. I don't like our secondary. Our secondary has to step up, man. Linebacker Fred is gonna be Fred, but 56 was Campbell. Please keep him out the game. I actually like D Winters. Why we don't play D Winters more? Because at least D Winters got a little more speed. We could keep him in. And one more thing, we need to go wherever Salah's at. We need to go. We need to send the plane, the San Francisco plane, the bus, whatever we need to do. We need him back, and which will be a good thing for us, bro. Because I don't think he's gonna want a head coaching job no time soon. I think he's gonna be all right being a defensive coordinator. Now he might be a little bit more pricey coming back, but man, pay him what he needs to get paid, and we need to get him back. It's not next year. We need to get him now. Like we need to get him. We need him in San Francisco right now. But that's all I got, bro.
So I want to touch on Salah pause a little bit further down on the agenda, but who did I think in our secondary, the young boy Malik Mustafa. He hitting out there though. Pause. He hitting stuff. They had a little joint with Patrick. He took a wrong
Angle
and got looked like he got popped by Mahomes, but he was already like falling. So, but he laid a couple people out in that game last week. So I like what I see from him. The people that need to step up, Mustafa. It's a lot of young players, man. Juwan Jennings, man, my boy got to come back. You know, he got
yes.
Listen,
yes. We need third and one. We need third and one, bro.
Listen,
we need him bad.
Yeah. We need Juwan. We know he got the potential to be at minimum a solid number 2 receiver, borderline number 3. But we're gonna need him to take that number 2 spot. Debo has to step up tremendously. He got to get on the jug machine, get his hands right, Paul. So I think that's another issue. We got to get rid of Campbell, bro. You got to, bro. He's probably one of the best probably one of the worst linebackers I've seen play for San Francisco in a very long time, bro. He's horrible, bro. He's OD slow. He could barely. I'm like, yo, why would they sign? I don't even know why they signed him.
Yeah,
he needs to be cut. He don't even need this. He don't need to be on a team, bro. He's horrible.
And he looked like he could play when he's on the line. You like, oh man, he get out there, he toast
out there bullshitting. Slow as snails. I'm like, yo,
man, he's always getting beat, bro.
What D Winters got tricked on that 30-yard Mahomes run. That was D Winters that got tricked on that though.
Oh, that was D. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I could deal with D because he got a little bit more speed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He got speed. He got step his tackling up. I mean, Mahomes tricked Fred Warner too. Fred Warner's the one that missed the first tackle.
Yeah.
But you know, 9 times out of 10, Fred always steps up. But Mustafa, I got Jennings. I got Ricky P as well, and I got Jacob Cowan, man, and I got the O-line need to step up, bro.
Yeah,
the O-line needs to step up.
Trent, where Trent at, man? Yeah. Trent looking tired out there, man. Like he was chilling, trying to get that money.
He getting more penalties and everything. They all got to step up on the O-line, man. They got to give Brock some more time. We giving the defense hell, but the offensive line and pass protection. They ain't been that great, man, because a couple of his times he done got hit, they led to interceptions because of that in the background. So I definitely want to talk about that. But the next topic is solely on your boy. You already touched on it a little bit, pause. But I guess I'll start this off. It's really just about Proc. And I said a little bit of it earlier when you mentioned him not being elite in your take. But I just want to reiterate that I think that with the addition of new players, for one, he played horribly. He had two passes that should have been touchdowns. One was a drop by, and three, he had three total passes that were great passes. Two should have been touchdowns. One was a drop by IU. The one to Cowing, if he would have just shot Cowan in stride, that was a touchdown. Cowan had to stop. Jacob Cowan had to stop. He already beat the DB. He had to stop, and that's when he got caught. And there was another deep pass to Kittle that if he throws it on the money to Kittle in stride, Kittle scores a touchdown. So that's also too. He just has to be better. Bro. You got to be better. And he won a contract. When it's contract time, we might have to deal with the whole holdout and all that stuff from him. Like I don't want to hear that. I don't want to see or hear that. And he's putting this out on the field. So this is time for him to get in the lab. I believe he's a starting quarterback. I believe he could be the quarterback for the 49ers. I judge our quarterbacks on a hard grading scale, but after watching him play, I think he's a really good quarterback. But he got to make better throws, and I'm pretty sure Kyle Shanahan is going to tell that to him. But during this time, it allows him to get the timing right with those receivers like Cowing, like Pearsall, like bum ass Ronnie Bell, who should not be out there, but Chris Conley, like you know what I'm saying. So he threw a good pass to Chris Conley, but it was just broken up by I think that might have been McDuffie who broke it up. But yeah, he's throwing some good passes, man. But this is a contract year for Brock, yo. You know what I'm saying? And we want to see how he does. One of my favorite analysts is Nick Wright. He always speaks. He's a Brock Purdy hater, by the way. I don't like that. But outside of that, I like the way he talks about sports, how he views it. And his take on Brock Purdy is that without C-Mac, Ayuk, Debo, and Kittle, Brock Purdy's record is horrible and his passing percentage is horrible. But it's like, duh, that's fucking some of the best players in the league. You know what I'm saying? So anybody's percentage would be horrible. He's grading Brock on the scale that you would grade Mahomes when it's two different level of players. So, but I do think that this how he plays without these people will determine the kind of quarterback he's going to be moving forward, especially when they come back. And if he ends up balling without Debo and Ayuk, look for one of them to be out of there next season too. Yeah. Debo, Ayuk, one of them not coming back. But that's my take on Purdy. I'll let you go.
Yeah, man, and I would say Purdy's going to be a good quarterback. I will agree with you. I probably jumped the gun earlier last year, and I was calling him elite, putting him up there with the top 3, 4 quarterbacks in the league. I just think we need to see more this week. We need to see more. We're going up against Dallas. I need to see the Brock Purdy, the 3-4 touchdown Brock Purdy. I need to see that. I need to get this confidence back that the 49ers can go back or at least get back to the playoffs. And if I'm going to get that confidence, it's going to come from Brock Purdy, bro. Because he's the only guy who, like, if he's playing good, we win. We win. We usually win when he plays really good. So for me to get that confidence back and come on this show and say, hey, the 49ers are going to the playoffs, it starts with Brock. It starts with Brock. He's going to want to get paid, right? You said he's going to want to get paid. He's going to want to get the big money. So it's going to start with Brock Purdy, and I need him to do something against Dallas. I need a big game against Dallas. I need a big game, man. I need him, and even I just need a Brock Purdy game. I'm not saying because he's never going to be the quarterback that throw for 500 yards, but if you could give me 200, 250, no interceptions, I need that type of three touchdowns. I need that type of game from Brock Purdy. But I'm gonna hold off on the elite, put him in the elite category. But that's all I got on Brock.
Thank you, man. I really do appreciate you finally holding off on that pause. I really do. I'm pretty sure everybody You share that with the more flowers, with the 3-man weave with Hill. I think everybody appreciates you finally coming down off your high horse as it relates to Mr.
Yeah.
Block.
I'm off of it. I'm off of it. He's a good quarterback, though. I ain't gonna say he just looked bad last week. So
Yeah. I mean, but that's the best defense in the league, though. Like I mean, you got to also put that into that kind of perspective. That's literally the best defense in the league. One thing I did want to touch on is we did already. You spoke on it, but I just wanted to piggyback off what you said. I normally don't do this for special teams or defensive coaches. I like to see them in with a year, like how they look after the year. But I think we got to get rid of Nicky Sunshine, man. I think we just got to Bobby Saleh is out there, man. I just think we take Saleh up, man. We pick Robert Saleh up and bring him back, man, next year for sure. I think that he needs to be back on the sidelines with us. I mean, his defensive mind is pretty up there. His IQ defensively is pretty good, man. And you can see that when he left the Jets, he got fired. Their defense actually hasn't even looked the same. They just got torched by Russell Wilson. So I actually want to be and no offense. The Pittsburgh Steelers really didn't have an offense like that or identity offensively. Mm-hmm. But I definitely want us to be able to pick him up, and I want to get rid of the special teams coach immediately. I want to fire him mid-season. I know Shanahan normally doesn't do that. He waits to the end of the season. But I think that the special teams have been so bad, I think he's probably going to be forced to fire him mid-season, even though I know he normally don't do it. But I think he's going to pull one of them joints he did with Sideline immediately after the season is over, announce that dude is no longer a part of the Niners, bro. And I want to give Nicky Sunshine a shot, man, but I'm just not seeing nothing. I think they got to get out of. They need some corners who could cover man, or like maybe I know Saleh loved to cover 3. If they could do a little bit of cover 3 a little bit better, where you like you doing man but you off and coverage a little bit kind of thing. I just like that idea, man, of the cover 3, and Saleh have some people that fit that mold when he gets back in there, and then get the team back to a top 5 defense, man, where we need to be. I'll pass it to you.
Yeah, man, I agree. I said it earlier, and I'm gonna go further than you. You said next year. We need and I said it last week. If we're about winning and getting to the playoffs this year, we need to make that change now. Man, I don't see it changing. Man, our defense looks horrible. Man, it just looks horrible, and I think we need to go get him off the couch now. I know he said he doesn't want to. But let's try to make it happen. I don't think it's nothing that could stop him from joining now. I don't think so. But I think we need that change now. Special teams, we suck. Special teams just from our kickers trying to tackle dudes that run a 4-3, messing up their shoulders and their legs. Man, it's a mess. It's a mess, man. So yeah, definitely, I'm with you. Finding a special teams coach, getting somebody in there, and the defensive coach. Another thing, our defensive line. Our defensive line hasn't been like the defensive line of old. We're not getting pressure like we usually get either. So that comes with the coaching. I think that comes with coaching too. Let's get that man back his job and let's become a top 5 defense.
Yes, sir. I agree. Last but not least, man, on the Dallas, my brother, we take on the Cowboys. I know you feeling different because you ain't say nothing to Hill in the chat or nothing. So I know.
Listen, I'll start first, bro. I'm not as confident. I hate Dallas. I hate the Cowboys. Like, I hate the Cowboys. I hate everything they stand for. I hate Jerry Jones landing his helicopter in the middle of the stadium. I hate them. I hate the Cowboys. But I'm not as confident going into this game. Look at all the problems we have, Reeve. Look at all the problems, bro. We got a lot of problems. And Dallas is not too far off, but I think we have more problems than Dallas. Right now, I would say we got more problems than Dallas. Now, Dallas, they do have their problems. They got a couple of things going on, but right now, man, I don't know. I think we're still better than Dallas, but bro, I'll give you a score. I think it's gonna be a close one. I'm gonna go 22-19 49ers, but I'm not as confident. I know it won't be a blowout. I don't think we blow them out like we usually do. I think the game is gonna be a lot closer. We are in San Francisco, so I'm giving us the edge, but we gotta play better. We gotta play better, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, I won't lie to you. This is posed a get right game for us. And just like you, bro, I don't really feel confident, but I really haven't felt confident about them all year, the Niners. The only thing is that Dallas, they can't stop the run, bro. Their defense is atrocious. Like, I think we have a lot of problems. I think Dallas has more problems than us, though. The only reason why Dallas has more problems than us is because they have two better teams in their division right now, Philly and Washington. Well, us is probably like Seattle and us. You know what I'm saying? So it's like with them, they got to work. They got to compete in their division. So I think that's where their problems are. Really, I mean, I don't know if Philly or Washington is really better than Dallas, but as of right now, their standings are better. So it's a little tougher for them because they've been getting blown out because their defense is bad. But I think we both two struggling teams, man. To be honest, I think that they have the advantage with one elite wide receiver, but they also got Cooks and speed. I think they have the advantage in special teams because they're gonna put Turbin back there because they know that our special teams is shaky. I think that if we can get our special teams in order, we'll win the game comfortably. If we cannot, we will lose.
Yeah.
So I think granted I'm gonna go on the side of us having our special teams better and say we win 21-28, 21-30, 24-32, somewhere in between that. But we win by more than 5 points. But I don't think it's gonna be a easy game because we don't have anybody. I don't even know if Mike is back. Mike or Dexter Lawrence is back. Hill would know that.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if they're even back for this game. If they're not back for this game, we definitely gonna win. But if it's a chance that they come back, it'll be a little bit closer.
Yeah, and I agree, bro. There's no argument with me. Two teams that kind of struggling right now, man. So possibly could go either way. It could go either way.
I mean, and this is two teams that have been in the playoffs every year, and just going through the grind of that, and then I got to check out Dallas duo. I didn't check out y'all last Jordan Hill after y'all lost when y'all got blown out the last game, and I kept saying I was gonna check it out because I wanted to hear what y'all said about Mike Zimmer. I'm gonna go back and actually listen to it when I get a chance in the morning. I'm gonna listen to it. But I'm not really a fan of Mike Zimmer. I don't know how Hill feels about it. I think he's past his time. Way past his time. And as it relates to NFL, I think he's past his time. So we'll see. Well, you see, I don't see a blowout coming, man. We don't have nobody, bro. All our players is out. I don't see no blowout, bro.
Hey, Hill, I'm humbled today. You ain't got to worry about me talking no junk. I'm humbled. I'm humbled after Kansas City. What they did to us last week, I am humbled, bro.
So, but yeah, man, that's it, my brother. That wraps up episode 4. We hope to be back next week. Again, my schedule is back free. So I'm good on Tuesday.
Let's be consistent. Yeah, we'll finish the season. Let's finish the season strong, man. I'm gonna be consistent as well. Man, it's always a pleasure, bro. Doing the pod with you.
Yes, sir. Likewise, my brother.
We out.
Yes, sir. See you later. All right, guys.
Yeah,